Hello. I would like to record maybe a 10-minute inner child meditation for you to use and share with anyone who is open to it. I try to find a way of putting something up on the screen so my face isn't always apparent during the meditation, but I didn't succeed. So I will be here while hopefully you will have your eyes closed. So I will begin with meditation and relaxation in a very general way, and then I will guide you to bring in an inner child, particularly in this time of dis-ease and craziness out in the world. So we will begin. Close your eyes as I will, and focus on your breath. Watch the air moving in and moving out. When you focus in this way, each watch breath becomes deeper. And with each deeper breath, more and more relaxation comes into the body and the mind. So much so that when you exhale the next time, you'll notice your muscles softening. And as you continue to watch the air move in and out, you'll find yourself breathing with more of your body, so that your tummy rises on inhalation and drops on exhalation. In this way, we bring relaxation not only to the body, but to the mind. With this kind of focus, our everyday alertness and everyday consciousness relaxes. Relaxes to become broader and deeper, until we move through the veil of consciousness where all levels of consciousness exist. We are in a space that I call the space of imagination, of inspiration, of intuition, where all possibilities are present. All time is here, past, present, and future, and all memory is available. In this space, I want you to keep returning occasionally to watch your breath, to continue to bring this deep relaxation to you. Because in this space, we want it to be meditation-like, so that in this space, there are no thoughts. There is perhaps stillness that you can move into, because this is a place of presence with a capital P. And in this space, I would like you to invite a young child that you have been aware of, a young child before the age of 5 or 6 who knew fear and who is being triggered right now by the events of the world. The news that keeps you transfixed in reading more and more fascination that only provides the vibration and content to make you more fearful. And so the young child is almost hypnotized by that. So we want to speak to these young parts who reacted to their first trauma of separation, to no fear, overwhelming fear, and decided that survival wasn't possible with this overwhelming fear, so buried it in her or his heart. But it gets touched on by the events of today. So we want to invite the presence of these young parts or inner children who knew fear very well, who knew what it was like to feel so confused and so alone. So in this space, we connect with one child as representative of many children who are afraid, who know fear. And we want to soften our presence and extend the relaxation and our connection to the realm that we're in, that is safe and sacred, because healing happens here. So we want the young child to be able to sense, hear, and see us, because we want the young child, the parts that are responding in fear to the ego-driven and crazy world of today, and to say, you're not alone. I'm here with you. And I have had experience that is not fear, and I want to remember them right now. Go along with me as I touch upon those experiences that make me forget fear. I can hear the birds sing, and if I'm lucky, I can see them flying about branch to branch, seeing, sensing, hearing them. And it transports me into a different world where the scared self doesn't exist, where I have connected to something greater that brings me peace. I also want to remember the times in nature where wondrous beauty was everywhere. As I touch or hug a tree, or stare at leaves, or listening to the brook, or those pure, or stand or sit on large rocks, the connection with nature that brings stillness to anything that made the heart afraid. I want to remember music that transport me to a different time, and the joy of what the music evokes. Or to see a baby laughing, or just doing his or her thing in pure innocence. And I respond with love, especially if it's my own grandchild. But the love that I feel is the pure love that is in your heart, young child, as it is in mine. So I call forth all these experiences as a sense of oneness that I want to share with you, young child. So you can breathe it in breathe in connection with the higher power, the greater being that is the foundation of each one of us, who we really are in essence, as we learn on the way to awakening. So embrace the quiet. Embrace where the dream of the planet, the dream of the ego-driven, fear-driven world that is all around us is seen for what it is. It is a dream. And different people dream greater dramas, greater tragedy than others because of the history that each has. So we invite you, young child, as part of my history, to release it. And finally, to connect with your subconscious that knows all this and who has the capacity to treat the negativity and the pain of these young experiences so that you are free to release all negative and limiting beliefs about yourself and the world, and the limiting strategies and perspective that were created too young. To be able, free, to know the unconditional love, forgiveness that is deep in your heart, known before you knew separation. So young parts, allow your subconscious to treat and remove these negative aspects, these disempowering aspects, and exchange them for empowering ones, built on your remembering and knowing that is deep in your heart, your connection with the greater being, with oneness. So you can stay here as long as you want to. And you can repeat any of this to get there and to soothe the fears that you're being triggered by. Remember, the aim is to feel this grand connection of oneness. Thank you. Thank you, young parts, inner child, inner children. Thank you for to the work of subconscious. And thank you, the adult, for participating.